गगन गूंजा, नदी बहा, पवन चला, विजय तेरी, ज्योति सी जल जला, भुजा भुजा, फड़क फड़क, रक्त में धड़क धड़क, धनुष उठा प्रहार कर, तू सबसे पहला वार कर, अग्नि सी धधक धधक, हिरन सी सजक सजक, सिंह सी दहाड़ कर, शंख सी पुकार कर, रुके न तू, थके न तू, झुके न तू, थमे न तू, सदा चले थके न तू, रुके न तू, झुके न तू.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi, Commandant, National Defence Academy, and the entire team of NDA, we welcome you all to the passing out parade of the 149th course. This parade ground was named as Khetarpal Parade Ground in the everlasting memory of 2nd Lieutenant Arun Khetarpal, Paramveer Chakra, an alumnus of the 38th Course Foxtrot Squadron. He was posthumously awarded the highest gallantry award in the Battle of Basantar in 1971. Across the parade ground, ladies and gentlemen, is the Quartermaster's Fort, providing a majestic background. The structure behind you is the Manoj Pandey block, named after Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey, Paramveer Chakra, who is an alumnus of the 90th Course Mike Squadron, one of the many military heroes of the Kargil conflict.
The huge white mast that stands dominating the drill square is the mast from the Indian naval ship Delhi, rigged at the drill square of the National Defence Academy, Khadakwasa, on 21st May 1955. The mast measures 30.4 meters. It carries the national flag along with the Academy flag and symbolizes the height of dedication and devotion that a cadet has towards his duties. This mast has stood mute testimony to the rigors of training of cane drill, sword drill, rifle drill, foot drill and ceremonial drill.
यह परेड मैदान लोकप्रिय रूप से ड्रिल स्क्वायर के नाम से जाना जाता है. यह 450 मीटर व 150 मीटर में फैला हुआ एक विशाल मैदान है. अकादमी का अंतर सेवा चरित्र परेड मैदान की लंबाई और चौड़ाई में स्पष्ट झलकता है. यह प्रवेश द्वार में तैनात बंदूकों और ड्रिल स्क्वायर के दोनों कोनों को देखकर स्पष्ट होता है. 2 विजयंता टैंक, मिग-21 विमान और समुद्री विमान, भारतीय नौसेना के जहाजों की प्रतिकृतियां, विराट और मुंबई, और इन सब से ऊपर विशाल मस्तूल तीनों सेवाओं का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हैं. The aircraft that you see on the left side of the entrance to the drill square is the Sea Hawk, single-seater fighter aircraft of the Indian Navy. It played a stellar role in the Indo-Pak War of 1971, the Golden Jubilee of which was celebrated in the year 2021. The aircraft to your right is the MiG-21, inducted in the aftermath of 1962 war. It has been the mainstay of the air defense fleet of the Indian Air Force till MiG-21 Type 96 aircraft were phased out some years back. However, an upgraded version, the MiG-21 Bison, has played a pivotal role in the 1971 war, Kargil war, and the fierce skirmish with Pakistan, wherein Group Captain Abhinandan, Veer Chakra of 104th Course India Squadron, shot down an F-16 aircraft of Pakistan Air Force with this old warhorse.
आपके सामने रखे गए दोनों टैंक विजयी हैं. इस टैंक ने भी 1971 में पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ युद्ध में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई थी. ड्रिल सशस्त्र बलों में अनुशासन का आधार है. राष्ट्र को अपने सशस्त्र बलों द्वारा प्रदर्शित अनुशासन के अनुकरणीय मानक पर गर्व है. यहां पर इस परेड मैदान में भारतीय सशस्त्र बलों के भावी अधिकारियों के लिए अनुशासन की नींव रखी जाती है.
The Academy Adjutant, Major Avinash Pandey, Sena Medal, from the 5th Battalion of Kamau Regiment is the embodiment of military discipline for cadets as well as the academy. He is ably assisted by Assistant Adjutant Major Aditya Nikra. The passing out parade marks the grand finale of the term and is held each term with clockwork precision amid ceremony and fanfare on this hallowed ground.
देवियों और सज्जनों, इस अवसर की पवित्रता को ध्यान में रखते हुए और इस संस्था और हमारे शहीद नायकों के सम्मान रूप में हम आपसे अपने मोबाइल फोन को बंद करने का अनुरोध करते हैं। कृपया पासिंग आउट परेड के दौरान बैठे रहें।
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now review the stellar performance of the cadets of the 149th course in all spheres of training. Among the Army cadets, Academy Cadet Adjutant Deepak Kandpal has been awarded the Uttar Pradesh Government Cup for being the best cadet in Specialist Service Subjects, Army. The best cadet in map reading is Cadet Vishal Kumar of Alpha Squadron. Academy Cadet Adjutant Deepak Kandpal has been awarded the Ashok Pillar Cup for being the best cadet in weapon training. The best cadet in tactics has been awarded to Battalion Cadet Captain Ananya of Golf Squadron. The Order of Eklavya for excellence in firing has been awarded to Cadet Kamaldeep Singh of Romeo Squadron. Bayonet pins are awarded to cadets who excel in Army service subjects. This term, bayonet pins have been awarded to 11 cadets.
The Government of Madras Cup for standing first in the Specialist Naval Service subjects is awarded to Cadet Manav P. Helkar of Panther Squadron. The Chief of Naval Staff Trophy instituted by Admiral O.S. Dawson for standing first in astronavigation has been awarded to Cadet Manav P. Helkar of Panther Squadron. The Seamanship Trophy presented by Admiral Madhavendra Singh, the then Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Western Naval Command, has been won by Cadet Manav P. Helkar of Panther Squadron. Squadron Cadet Captain Rudra Pratap Rana of Romeo Squadron has won the cup presented by Admiral Sir Mark Pizy for standing second in Specialist Service Subjects Navy. Cadet Aman Kumar of Kilo Squadron has won the cup presented by Admiral R.D. Katari for being the best helmsman in yachting. Anchor pins have been awarded to 2 cadets.
Amongst the Air Force cadets, Divisional Cadet Captain Vishwesh Bhalerao of Foxtrot Squadron has won the trophy presented by Government of Hyderabad for standing first in Specialist Service Subjects, Air Force. The Government of Madhya Bharat Cup for being the best cadet in flying has been awarded to Cadet Abhijay Chaudhary of Oscar Squadron. Flight Lieutenant P.V. Apte Trophy for standing first in ground subjects has been awarded to Divisional Cadet Captain Vishwesh Bhalerao of Foxtrot Squadron. Air Force cadets are awarded flying pins for their exceptional performance. Pins have been awarded to 5 cadets in the order of merit in Air Force service subjects.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, अब हम 149 कोर्स की शैक्षणिक उपलब्धियों से आप सबको अवगत कराएंगे। कैडेट क्वार्टर मास्टर सार्जेंट कार्तिक महेश्वरी माइक स्क्वाड्रन ने विज्ञान की शाखा में प्रथम आते हुए जनरल के सुंदर जी द्वारा संस्थापित चीफ ऑफ द आर्मी स्टाफ ट्रॉफी जीती है। बटालियन कैडेट कैप्टन अनन्या गोल्फ स्क्वाड्रन ने कंप्यूटर साइंस की शाखा में उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन करते हुए एडमिरल सुरेश मेहता द्वारा संस्थापित चीफ ऑफ द नेवल स्टाफ ट्रॉफी की विजेता हैं। इस टर्म में बटालियन कैडेट कैप्टन अनुराग गुप्ता ब्रावो स्क्वाड्रन ने सामाजिक विज्ञान में प्रथम आते हुए एयर चीफ मार्शल एनसी सूरी द्वारा संस्थापित चीफ ऑफ द एयर स्टाफ ट्रॉफी जीती है। The silver medal for standing first in overall joint service training program goes to Divisional Cadet Captain Vaishni Srivastav of Mike Squadron.
Cadets who excel in various sports and physical activities are awarded with merit card, half blue, blue and blazer in order of proficiency. The silver medal for Best Cadet in Riding has been awarded to Divisional Cadet Captain Nuradi Zoda Jomi of Golf Squadron. The silver medal for Best Cadet in Sailing has been awarded to Cadet Aman Kumar of Kilo Squadron. The silver medal for Best Cadet in Shooting is Cadet Shrutika Mishra of Hunter Squadron.
राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी के विशाल परिसर में प्रवेश करते हुए आगंतुक को प्रथम जो चीज प्रभावित करती है वह है कि संपूर्ण अधिरचना प्रकृति की गोद में कितनी सामंजस्यपूर्ण रूप से बसती है और विभिन्न भवन आसपास के वनस्पतियों और जीवों से कितनी अच्छी तरह मेल खाते हैं। यहाँ तक कि सहज रूप से देखा जाए तो यह स्पष्ट हो जाता है कि संस्थान की प्राथमिकताओं में पर्यावरण को बहुत ऊंचा स्थान दिया गया है।
राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी में सेना प्रशिक्षण के लिए परिसर के भीतर बहुत सारे वन क्षेत्र हैं। इसमें हिरण, मोर और पक्षियों की 115 प्रजातियां पाई जाती हैं। अकादमी में पाए जाने वाले इन पक्षियों और जानवरों में से कई सड़कों के किनारे विभिन्न स्थानों पर प्रदर्शित रंगीन फलकों पर दर्शाए गए हैं। उनके आसपास के वातावरण को सुव्यवस्थित बनाए रखने के लिए बहुत सावधानी बरती जाती है।
यदि किसी को रास्ते से गुजरना है या किसी को ट्रैकिंग करनी है तो उसे तेज धाराओं की लुभावनी सुंदरता, हरे भरे ढलानों पर समृद्ध पत्ते, साथ ही विभिन्न प्रकार के दुर्लभ पक्षियों और जानवरों की प्रशंसा करने के लिए बार बार रुकना होगा, जो प्रकृति प्रेमियों को प्रसन्न करेगा। हम राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी में बगीचे, फव्वारों, वनस्पतियों और जीवों की प्राकृतिक सुंदरता पर गर्व महसूस करते हैं।
The immaculately maintained gardens of the National Defense Academy reminds one of the words of William Wordsworth. Come forth into the light of things. Let nature be your teacher. Our cadets actively participate in this beautification process through Shramdan in maintaining their squadrons and battalion areas and also some general areas inside the campus. National Defense Academy is a perfect example of how human beings can coexist harmoniously with nature.
A word about the history of the National Defense Academy. After the Second World War, a need was felt to train cadets of the three services jointly, which would enable the warriors of the future to create synergy for combined operations. The idea of a joint services academy was conceived in 1945 with the setting up of the National War Academy Committee under the chairmanship of the then Commander-in-Chief, Field Marshal Sir Claude Auchinleck. The objective was to frame the design of an academy for the joint training of future officers of the three services. The project received impetus when Pandit Nehru foresaw the necessity of completely Indianizing the officer cadre of the armed forces.
To hasten the process, it was decided to start training straight away, and a joint services wing was established in the old Prisoners of War barracks at Commencement, Dehradun on 1st January 1949. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in June 1949 formally inaugurated the Joint Services Wing, and the first course consisting of 190 cadets passed out from Commencement on 8 December 1950.
40 years later, history was made in 1990 when three alumni of the first course took over as chiefs of their respective services. They were General S.F. Rodriguez, Admiral L. Ramdas, and Air Chief Marshal N.C. Suri. History repeated itself in 2020 when three course-mates of the 56th course, General M.M. Narvane, Admiral Karambir Singh, and Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadoria took over as chiefs of their respective services.
For the third time in the history of National Defense Academy, course mates from the 61st course, General Manoj Pandey, Admiral R. Harikumar, and Air Chief Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary succeeded the course mates of 56th Course and took over as chiefs of their respective services. Furthermore, we are proud to announce that the first two chiefs of defense staff of the Indian Armed Forces, General Bipin Rawat and General Anil Chauhan, had both passed out from this prestigious institution. Chief of Defense Staff is the professional head and permanent chairman of Chiefs of Staff Committee. He is the highest ranking uniformed officer on active duty in Indian military and chief advisor to the Ministry of Defense.
6 अक्टूबर 1949 को पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू द्वारा खड़कवासला में राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी की नींव रखी गई थी। लगभग 7000 एकड़ भूमि उस समय बॉम्बे राज्य की सरकार द्वारा प्रदान की गई थी। अकादमी का लेआउट आर्किटेक्ट्स की एक टीम द्वारा बनाया गया था, जो उस समय पुणे इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के प्रधानाचार्य श्री W.X. मास्करेनस के नेतृत्व में काम कर रहे थे। अकादमी का बुनियादी ढांचा बनाने में लगभग 5 वर्ष लग गए। जो इमारतें आज आपके समक्ष हैं, यह राजपुताना तथा मुगल आर्किटेक्चर का उत्तम मिश्रण है।
निर्माण के लिए अपेक्षित धनराशि का योगदान कई राज्यों द्वारा किया गया। कैडेटों के रेजिडेंशियल ब्लॉकों का निर्माण इसी धनराशियों से किया गया और उनका नाम योगदान करने वाले राज्यों के नाम पर रखा गया है। अकादमी का प्रशासनिक ब्लॉक, जिसे हम सूडान ब्लॉक के नाम से जानते हैं, इसके निर्माण में कुछ सहयोग सूडान सरकार द्वारा धनराशि के रूप में किया गया था। यह योगदान सूडान सरकार ने भारतीय सैनिकों के दूसरे विश्व युद्ध में उत्तरी अफ्रीकी अभियान के दौरान प्रदर्शित वीरता की सराहना करते हुए किया था।
The academy shifted to Khadakwasla from Clement Town in December 1954 and was inaugurated on 16 January 1955 by Shri Morarji Desai, the Chief Minister of the then state of Bombay. 16 January is celebrated every year as the NDA Day. The first passing out parade on this ground was held on 5th June 1955 when the 10th course passed out. The salute on that auspicious occasion was taken by Shri Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.
The National Defense Academy's contribution in service to the nation was rewarded on 16th December 1978 when the President of India, Shri Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, presented the colours to this cradle of military leadership in recognition of the glorious services rendered to the nation by the Academy and its alumni. The National Defense Academy, India's pioneer institute of tri-services training, is based in Khadakwasla, Pune.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cadets you see marching onto the parade ground are contingent marchers taking their positions. The rest of their contingents will soon enter the parade ground from the side of the quartermaster's fort. They will move to the left and to the right of the parade ground and then line up.
आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप सब अपना ध्यान सामने की तरफ ले जाएं। आप देखेंगे कि कंटिजेंट मार्कर्स अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। बाकी कंटिजेंट जल्द ही परेड प्रांगण पर आएंगे और दाहिने और बाएं मुड़कर अपने स्थान पर खड़े होंगे।
Today, there are 1,250 cadets on parade. Out of these, 330 cadets of the 149 course will pass out of the National Defence Academy, out of which 209 are Army cadets, 38 Naval cadets and 83 Air Force cadets. This term, we have 20 international cadets from 20 different countries: Bhutan, Tajikistan, Maldives, Tanzania, Kyrgyzstan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Lesotho, Kenya, Cameroon, Mauritius, Yemen, Mongolia, Fiji, Namibia, Madagascar, Timor-Leste and Philippines passing out with the 149 course. The National Defence Academy has stood as a shining testimony to India's relationship with trees. This is evident from the fact that the National Defence Academy is presently training 125 cadets from 20 different foreign countries.
One of the greatest distinctions of the Academy is the happy camaraderie that it confers on all cadets, transcending all service barriers. And the squadron plays a vital role in inculcating this bond and spirit. The squadron acts like a home away from home for the cadets and even when they pass out of the Academy. Sound of the bugles, ladies and gentlemen, heralds the entry of the cadets onto the parade ground. And there they come out to the gates of the quartermaster's fort, marching smart to the inspirational tunes of the Academy song, Hum NDA ke Cadet hain. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the contingents marching out to the parade ground to take their positions. The magnificent charger, atop which the adjutant is astride, is the Lion Robin. This splendid and dynamic charger was born in 2009 and has been allotted to the National Defence Academy by the Mount and Veterinary Corps in 2020. This is the 10th parade for Robin as the adjutant's charger in National Defence Academy.
Leading the cadets onto the parade ground, Cadet Captain Siddharth Singh.
Now, a word about drill. Drill inculcates discipline, which is the bedrock of military life. To those of you who have an aesthetic disposition, drill movements will symbolize the very rhyme and rhythm of the poetry of a well-ordered life. And that's precisely the primary aim of this institution. to train our cadets in the art of cultivating a way of life in which the highest and the noblest attributes of discipline, character, and courage are not only blended but also nurtured and nourished.
A cadet's initiation to the academy requires him to pledge himself to the nation, which is done under the aegis of the adjutant, at the hub of remembrance, the sanctum sanctorum of the National Defence Academy. The hub serves as a constant reminder to the cadets of the lofty traditions of valor, courage, and sacrifice of their predecessors. Before the start of every term, the adjutant narrates to the cadets the importance of the Academy Honor Code and the Cadets Pledge.
देवियों और सज्जनों, निशान टोली निशान को परेड पर ला रही है। आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि निशान को समुचित सम्मान प्रदान करने हेतु कृपया खड़े हो जाएं तथा जो वर्दी में हैं वो कृपया अकादमी कैडेट कैप्टन की कमान पर सैल्यूट करें। Ladies and gentlemen, the Nishan Toli will now bring in the President's colors. When the colors are brought in, you are requested to rise, and those in uniform will salute at the word of command of the Academy Cadet Captain.
The President's colors were presented to the National Defence Academy on 16 December 1978 by the then President of India, Shri Neelam Sanjeev Reddy, in recognition of the highest standards of training imparted here.
The President's colours were presented to the National Defence Academy in recognition of the high standards of training imparted here. In keeping with this tradition, the cadets carrying the President's colours to the parade ground are Squadron Cadet Captain Ashish Kumar Basera, flanked by Cadet Sergeant Major Akash Kesari and Cadet Sergeant Major Lokendra Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is now lined up for review. The cadet commanding today's parade is Academy Cadet Captain Siddharth Singh.
The officer on the charger to your extreme left is the adjutant, Major Avinash Pandey, Sena Medal. Major Avinash Pandey, Sena Medal, is an alumnus of the 121st Course, Echo Squadron of the National Defence Academy. An accomplished infantry officer, he was commissioned into the 5th Battalion of the Kumaon Regiment in December 2012. Possessing varied operational, staff and instructional experience, the officer has served as Ghatak Platoon Commander along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, as Company Commander along the international border in Western Sector, and also along the line of actual control in Arunachal Pradesh and Central Sector. He has also served as Company Commander with the Rashtriya Rifles in counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism operations. Additionally, he has undertaken an overseas assignment as part of United Nations Peacekeeping Force in Democratic Republic of Congo, where for his exemplary courage, he was awarded with Sena Medal Gallantry. The officer has also served as an instructor in the Commando Wing, Belgaum, imparting specialized training in small team operations to officers and soldiers of Indian Armed Forces, as well as from friendly foreign countries. A graduate of Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, the officer has assumed the appointment of adjutant on 7 June 2025.
He is ably assisted by the Assistant Adjutant, Major Aditya Nikra, an alumnus of National Defence Academy, 132nd Course, Juliet Squadron. The Armoured Corps officer was commissioned into 57th Armoured Regiment on 9 June 2018. The officer has the honour of commanding the Passing Out Parade and is the proud recipient of President's Gold Medal at Indian Military Academy. He has actively served as Recce Troop Leader and Squadron 2IC of his regiment along western borders and along line of actual control in Operation Snow Leopard. His achievement embarks the induction of tank T-90s and validating various tank runs along critical areas in the treacherous terrain of eastern Ladakh. The officer was adjudged the best and was awarded the coveted Silver Centurion in Young Officers Course Armour. A fine tankman was adjudged as the best gunner in Armament Instructor course and Best Student in Tank Technology course as well. He was awarded with General Officer Commanding 18 Rapid Appreciation Certificate in 2019, General Officer Commanding in Chief Southwestern Command Commendation Card in 2020, and Snow Leopard Armored Brigade Commander's Medallion in 2022. Major Aditya Nikra took over the appointment of Assistant Adjutant in June 2025.
The actual footwork or training the cadets of the National Defence Academy in all aspects of drill is led by Drill Subedar Major Dhanraj Gurung from 4th Battalion of the 1st Gorkha Rifles. The Drill Subedar Major served as an instructor at the National Defence Academy and the Indian Military Academy.
Ladies and gentlemen, in today's parade, the first three salutes would be dummy salutes, as the dignitaries who would be taking the salute would be present only for the final passing out parade. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi, Vayu Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy. Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi is an alumnus of the 77th course of National Defence Academy and was commissioned into the Indian Air Force on 13 December 1990 from Air Force Academy, Dundigal. A graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington and National Defence College, Egypt, the air officer has completed over 3 decades of exemplary service marked by operational excellence, leadership and academic prowess. In a career spanning over 33 years, the officer has held various important command and staff appointments and has over 5,300 hours of flying experience on various aircraft. The air officer is a qualified flying instructor and instrument rating instructor and examiner. During his service, the officer has been awarded the Vayu Sena Medal for gallantry and Vishisht Seva Medal for distinguished service. In addition to his operational achievements, the air officer holds a Master's in Science in Defence Studies from Madras University and a Bachelor's in Science from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi assumed the esteemed appointment of Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor on 5th August 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi, Vayu Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi, Commandant, National Defence Academy. Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi assumed the appointment of Commandant, National Defence Academy on 1st November 2025 from Vice Admiral Gurcharan Singh, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, Nausena Medal. The Admiral is an alumnus of the Indian Naval Academy and was commissioned in the Indian Navy on 1st July 1993. The flag officer is a navigation and direction specialist, and in a career spanning over 3 decades, he has tenated various operational, staff, diplomatic and instructional assignments. As a navigating officer, he served on board various frontline fleet ships of the Indian Navy. His subsequent afloat appointments include command of the missile vessel INS Veer, which was adjudged the most spirited ship of the 22nd Missile Squadron during his tenure. He also served as the executive officer of the frigate INS Tabar and later commanded the stealth frigate INS Sahyadri, which was declared the best ship of the Eastern Fleet under his command. He is a graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, and the prestigious Naval War College, Goa. In addition to the career courses, the Admiral also successfully completed the United Nations Observer course from Sweden. His instructional appointments include tenures of a divisional officer at his alma mater, the Indian Naval Academy, and a stint as an instructor at the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington. Prior taking over the reins of Commandant, National Defence Academy, he was Flag Officer commanding Maharashtra Naval Area, where he was responsible for the coastal defence of the state of Maharashtra. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi, Commandant, National Defence Academy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth, Param Vishesh Seva Medal, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, General Officer, Commanding in Chief, Southern Command. Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth, Param Vishesh Seva Medal, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, is an alumnus of the 69th course of National Defence Academy, Foxtrot Squadron, and was commissioned into the 2nd Lancers in December 1986. The General Officer is a graduate of Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, where he was awarded the Best All-Round Student. He has attended the prestigious High Command course at the Army War College and the National Defence College at New Delhi. In his nearly 4 decades of illustrious career, the Army Commander has had the distinctions of tenating, challenging command and staff appointments in varied operational environments. His command tenures include Command of Skinner's Horse, one of the most renowned tank regiments of the Indian Army, an armoured brigade, part of the Strike Corps along the Western Front, a counter-insurgency force in Jammu and Kashmir, the Desert Strike Corps, and later General Officer Commanding of Delhi area, prior to assuming command of Indian Army's Southwestern Command at Jaipur. The General Officer's important staff and instructional appointments include Brigade Major of an independent armoured brigade, Assistant Military Secretary at the Personnel Branch at Army Headquarters, Brigade General Staff Operations at Headquarters Southwestern Command, Director WE-15 and Additional Director General Weapons and Equipment, responsible for capability development at Army Headquarters, and Director General of Ceremonial Welfare. The General has been Assistant Adjutant at National Defence Academy in the year 1994 to 1995 and has also been an instructor at the School of Armoured Warfare at the Armoured Corps Center and School, Ahmednagar. The Army Commander has a rich international experience in varied multinational environments. He has been the Operational Officer in the United Nations Force at Angola. He has attended the Command and General Staff course at Paris and Defense Acquisition course at Naval Postgraduate at California in the United States of America. The General Officer is an avid sportsman and excels in tennis and golf. He was awarded with the Blue in golf during his cadet days at National Defence Academy. Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth, Param Vishesh Seva Medal, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, assumed command of the Southern Army on 1st July 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth, Param Vishesh Seva Medal, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, General Officer, Commanding in Chief, Southern Command.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi, Vayu Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy. Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi is an alumnus of the 77th course of National Defence Academy and was commissioned into the Indian Air Force on 13 December 1990 from Air Force Academy, Dundigal, a graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington and National Defence College, Egypt. The air officer has completed over 3 decades of exemplary service marked by operational excellence, leadership and academic prowess. In a career spanning over 33 years, the officer has held various important command and staff appointments and has over 5,300 hours of flying experience on various aircraft. The air officer is a qualified flying instructor, an instrument rating instructor and examiner. During his service, the officer has been awarded the Vayu Sena Medal for gallantry and Vishisht Seva Medal for distinguished service. In addition to his operational achievements, the air officer holds a Master's in Science in Defence Studies from Madras University and a Bachelor's in Science from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi, Vayu Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal, assumed the esteemed appointment of Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor on 5th August 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, Air Vice Marshal Sartaj Bedi, Vayu Sena Medal, Vishisht Seva Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defence Academy, the reviewing officer for today's parade.
राष्ट्रीय रक्षा अकादमी 149 कोर्स दीक्षांत समारोह परेड 1250 कैडेट परेड पर परेड निरीक्षण के लिए हाजिर है। Gold Golden Color! Walking Parade! Good! Drop!
The number of our alumni who have been decorated in war is legion. Most of them have had their baptism with fire in the wars since independence. Some where blizzards and snowstorms rule. Some where the wind blows full of sand. Some where the waves hold argument with the sky, and some in the uncharted space above. But like professional soldiers, they were conscious of the hazards of the profession they had chosen and were conscious of the contribution they were making to safeguard the sovereignty of our nation. In this long march to glory, our alumni have demonstrated exemplary courage and dedication both in war and peace. They have defended our borders, kept the territorial waters safe for the nation, and touched its sky with glory. The list of our alumni who have distinguished themselves in war would read like a veritable who's who of Indian heroes. Till date, these heroes have been awarded 3 Paramveer Chak, 31 Mahavir Chak, 167 Veer Chak, 12 Ashok Chak, 47 Kirti Chak, and 168 Shaurya Chak.
There are some whom we always remember with special fondness. Captain Gurbachan Singh Sadaria, 10th Course, Bravo Squadron, 2nd Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal, 38th Course, Foxtrot Squadron, and Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey, 90th Course, Mike Squadron. The spirit of 394 warriors and 5 of those who went missing in action resides in the hut of remembrance behind the Sudan block, which was built brick by brick, stone by stone, with the dedicated toil of the cadets of 10th to 17th course.
The reading officer will now review the parade. Leading the line up is the contingent of Golf Squadron, proudly carrying the Chiefs of Staff banner. The second contingent is of Charlie Squadron. The third contingent is of Delta Squadron. The fourth contingent is of Kilo Squadron. The fifth contingent is of Romeo Squadron. The sixth contingent is of Lima Squadron. The seventh contingent is of Mike Squadron. The eighth contingent is of November Squadron. The ninth contingent is of Panther Squadron. The Nishan Toli proudly carrying the President's colours. The 10th contingent is of India Squadron. The 11th contingent is of Foxtrot Squadron. The 12th contingent is of Juliet Squadron. The 13th contingent is of Alpha Squadron. The 14th contingent is of Bravo Squadron. The 15th contingent is of Oscar Squadron. The 16th contingent is of Hunter Squadron. The 17th contingent is of Echo Squadron. The 18th contingent is of Quebec Squadron.
Concluding the lineup is the appointments contingent, led by Academy Cadet Adjutant Deepak Kanpal. The list of achievements of National Defence Academy alumni is endless. Apart from gallantry in war, our alumni have displayed exemplary courage and self-sacrifice even while they have been away from the battlefield. The Ashok Chakra, the highest peacetime gallantry award, winners of National Defence Academy are Second Lieutenant P.M. Raman, 6th Course, Alpha Squadron. Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, 35th Course, Juliet Squadron. Colonel N.J. Nair, 38th Course, India Squadron. Major Sudhir Kumar, 72nd Course, Juliet Squadron. Captain A.S. Jasrotia, 73rd Course, Echo Squadron. Major R.K. June, 78th Course, Kilo Squadron. Second Lieutenant Rakesh Singh, 79th Course, Bravo Squadron. Second Lieutenant Puneet Nath Dutt, 87th Course, Echo Squadron. Major Sandeep Unikrishnan, 94th Course, Oscar Squadron. Major Mohit Sharma, 95th Course, India Squadron. Major D. Raghuraman, 95th Course, November Squadron. And Captain Harshan Radhakrishnan, 101st Course, Gaul Squadron.
The cadets of National Defence Academy follow in the footsteps of some of our illustrious alumni who've scaled the highest peaks in the Himalayas, sailed around the world, and also done the country proud on the sports field. Some of those whom we mention with special pride are Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, Ashok Chakra, the first Indian to enter space. Commander Dilip Thonde, Shaurya Chakra, the first Indian solo circumnavigator of the globe. Captain H.D. Motewala, who became the first Indian to be awarded the prestigious Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, Dronacharya Award and the Arjuna Award for yachting. Wing Commander Yashwant Anil Narayan Petkar swam across the English Channel twice, creating national and Asian record.
मेजर अभिजीत सिंह माउंट एवरेस्ट चढ़ने वाले पहले पूर्व एलुमनस हैं। अर्जुन पुरस्कार प्राप्त करने वाले कर्नल राज्यवर्धन सिंह राठौर ने एथेंस ओलंपिक 2004 में डबल ट्रैप शूटिंग में रजत पदक प्राप्त किया।
Captain Atul Sinha, Indian Navy, and Lieutenant Commander Farooq Tarapro represented India in yachting and sailing in the 16th Asian Games held in 2010 in China and won the silver medal. Wing Commander Vikrant Unyal summited Mount Everest, where he recited national anthem without supplementary oxygen in the backdrop of national flag and Air Force flag. It was a tribute to all the unsung heroes of freedom struggle in the 75th year of Indian independence.
Bravo!
You can now see the cadets march forward to the martial tune of Kadam Kadam Badhai Jao.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is accompanied by flypast. The first one was by 3 Chetak helicopters in ensign formation. Captain of the first helicopter was Wing Commander Bhushan S. Rao and his co-pilot was Squadron Leader Shivam Nagpal. Captain of the second helicopter was Wing Commander Pankaj Bodhar, 114 Coast, Oscar Squadron, and his co-pilot was Flight Lieutenant Prajwal Veda. Captain of the third helicopter was Squadron Leader Chirag Anand, 121st Coast, Julian Squadron, and his co-pilot was Squadron Leader Aditya Shekhar, 103rd Coast, Call Squadron. The second flypast will be by 3 Super Demona aircrafts in Trishakti formation. Captain of the first aircraft will be Wing Commander Vijay Paran Sheikh, 96th Coast, Alpha Squadron, and his co-pilot is Flight Lieutenant Sandeep. Captain of the second aircraft will be Wing Commander Manu Vidyadharan, 114th Coast, Julian Squadron, and his co-pilot is Squadron Leader Piyush Agarwal, 127th Coast, November Squadron. The third aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Rohit Kumar Sharma, and his co-pilot is Group Captain Mangesh Sadi, 91st Coast, Charlie Squadron. The third flypast will be by 3 Su-30 aircraft in lightning formation. Captain of the first aircraft is Group Captain Karan Shirish Dio, and his co-pilot is Wing Commander Samudra Singh Soda. The second aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Ayush Kunal, and his co-pilot is Flight Lieutenant Prakash Chandra. The third aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Rakesh Gill, and his co-pilot is Squadron Leader Anand Raj.
In all nations, martial music has accompanied feats of arms, serving the twofold purpose of inspiring the troops to fight and as a method of conveying orders. It was used in the time of battles as means of exciting that grand passion which the fiercest nation could not. Playing this inspiring music today, we have 4 bands. These bands are the National Defence Academy Military Band, led by Subedar S.G. Pandey, the National Defence Academy Pipe and Drums Band, led by Man Subedar P.M. Gandhi, the 3 EMP Center Band, Bhopal, led by Subedar Major M. Chandradar, the Artillery Center Pipe and Drums Band, Hyderabad, led by Company Havildar Major Binu C.A.
देवियों और सखियों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि जब आप बोले शान के साथ अपने सामने से गुजरे, तब कृपया खड़े हो जाएं तथा जो वर्दी में है कृपया
is the camp they attend during their second, fourth, and sixth term. The participation in these camps in the academy prepares them for future military challenges and helps in building an overall sense of camaraderie, bonhomie, team spirit, quick adaptation to unknown and difficult conditions.
Ladies and gentlemen, among various sports events which happened during autumn term 25, the inter-school volleyball competition was won by Juliet School. The inter-school football competition was won by Charlie School. The inter-school boxing competition was won by India School. The inter-school cross-country competition, which tests the physical and mental endurance of our young cadets, was won by Alumni School.
Ladies and gentlemen, the equestrian training team of National Defence Academy has been performing exceedingly well in various equestrian and polo competitions at regional, services and national levels. This training team has won a total of 12 medals in the Army Equestrian Championship, which includes 1 gold, 7 silver, 5 bronze and various highly recommended positions. Apart from individual gold and bronze medals, the cadets bagged various team medals as well. A total of 1 half blue and 5 merit cards were awarded to cadets in autumn term 2025 on the basis of the exceptional performance in riding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take immense care at National Defence Academy to ensure the all-round development of our cadets and the various activities directed towards this end. It goes without saying that the primary aim of this institution is to produce military leaders. The results of the training here are seen in the many wars India has fought over the years and the senior appointments achieved by the alumni. The National Defence Academy can take justifiable pride in the fact that its alumni have brought glory to themselves and their alma mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you look to the extreme left, you can see Divisional Cadet Captain Aditya Singh Rathod from Golf Squadron coming to hand over the Chiefs of Staff banner to drill instructor Company Havaldar Major Pradeep Kumar Sahu of the 8th Battalion of the Bihar Regiment, who is receiving this on behalf of the Academy, so that it can now be presented to the squadron that has won the championship this term. Earlier, we had the Commandant's banner for the champion squadron. The Chiefs of Staff banner was instituted during autumn term 1980. Bravo Squadron was the first to win it then.
Ladies and gentlemen, on today's parade, we have both female and male cadets as cane orderlies. These cadets are Cadet Prabhat Singh Rai, Cadet Jaskirtan Singh Sandhu, Cadet Amit Singh, Cadet Suyash Pandey, Cadet Jai Jain Dutt Pathak, Sergeant Arjun Jakhar, Sergeant Sanya, and Cadet Zui Dhage.
Going back to the genesis of this institution, the National Defence Academy came into being at Khadakwasla in 1955. Khadakwasla was chosen as the site on account of its proximity to an operational airfield at Pune, its closeness to the sea, the presence of a lake nearby, plenty of area for military training, and of course, its salubrious climate.
During a cadet stay at the academy, they remind themselves of to the nation by reciting the NDA prayer at the start of each day. It is essential that the cadets imbibe the right principles and are guided by a tangible code of conduct that spells out the right and the wrong. The NDA Honor Code was thus promulgated in March 1998 by Admiral Arun Prakash, the then Commandant. It sees the cadet through his basic training and even thereafter in life.
The reviewing officer will present medals to the award winners in a short while. The silver medal for the best cadet in drill is awarded to Academy Cadet Adjutant Deepak Kanpal of Alpha Squadron. The silver medal for the best cadet in physical training is awarded to Divisional Cadet Captain Aditya Singh Rathod of Golf Squadron. The silver medal to the best sportsman of the passing out course goes to Academy Cadet Captain Siddharth Singh of Oscar Squadron.
Stop!
Winner of the Chiefs of Staff banner, Charlie Squadron.
The silver medal for the best cadet in drill is awarded to the cadet who had displayed the highest standards of military bearing, turnout, word of command, and in drill movement during his entire stay in the academy. The silver medal for best cadet in physical training is awarded to the cadet who had displayed the highest standards of flexibility, agility, strength, and endurance in physical proficiency during his entire stay in the academy.
The silver medal to the best sportsman of the passing out course is adjudged on the basis of his participation in various inter-squadron sports competitions, his selection in the academy teams, and the level of proficiency attained by him in various sports activities.
The Chiefs of Staff banner is awarded to the squadron standing first in the overall championship.
Squadron Cadet Captain of Charlie Squadron will receive the Chiefs of Staff banner. The pride of these four young men is evident as they march forward to receive their well-deserved awards. The training at the National Defence Academy inculcates in cadets leading qualities of leadership and a drive to excel.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, a carrier belt is being slung over the shoulder of Squadron Cadet Captain Rakesh Bansla of Charlie Squadron so that he can now receive the coveted Chiefs of Staff banner.
The reviewing officer is now requested to present medals to the award winners and the Chiefs of Staff banner to the champion squadron of this term. The silver medal for the best cadet in drill is awarded to Academy Cadet Adjutant Deepak Kanpal of Alpha Squadron. The silver medal for the best cadet in physical training is awarded to Divisional Cadet Captain Aditya Singh Rathod of Panther Squadron. The silver medal to the best sportsman of the passing out course goes to Academy Cadet Captain Siddharth Singh of Oscar Squadron. Winner of the Chiefs of Staff banner, Charlie Squadron. इन कैडेटों ने न केवल अपने स्क्वाड्रन का नाम गौरवान्वित किया है बल्कि अपने माता पिता का शीश भी गर्व से ऊंचा कर दिया है।
चार्ली स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेटों के लिए भी यह अत्यंत हर्ष व उल्लास का समय है कि उन्होंने पढ़ाई, शारीरिक प्रशिक्षण, खेलकूद व कवायद जैसी गतिविधियों में अपनी महारत साबित कर चीफ्स ऑफ स्टाफ के प्रतिष्ठित ध्वज को प्राप्त किया है। चैंपियन स्क्वाड्रन होने के कारण चार्ली स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेट अब दाहिने कंधे पर लैनियार्ड लगाने के साथ साथ अपने स्क्वाड्रन भवन के आगे 2 समारोहिक तोपें भी रख सकते हैं। साथ ही वे अपने स्क्वाड्रन भवन पर चीफ्स ऑफ स्टाफ के प्रतिष्ठित ध्वज को फहरा भी सकते हैं।
The medal winners are marching back to take their positions. It is indeed a proud moment for them as well as for all those who have been associated with their training here and of course for their parents. For the cadets of Charlie Squadron, it is also a special occasion as they have been declared the champion squadron and have received the prestigious Chiefs of Staff banner. The distinction of being the champion squadron entitles the squadron to put up the banner atop the squadron building next term. It also entitles the squadron to display 2 ceremonial guns, symbolizing their achievement.
It gives the cadets of Charlie Squadron the proud privilege of wearing the red colored lanyard on the right shoulder, unlike the cadets of all the other squadrons who wear it on the left shoulder.
The reviewing officer is requested to kindly address the parade.
My dear guests, faculty members, cadets, especially those belonging to the passing out 149th course, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. I would like to begin by complimenting each one of you on your smart turnouts and sharp drill movements. I see these as being reflective of all that you have imbibed here at the National Defence Academy. Passing out cadets of the 149th course especially will realize that the new selves stand today in stark contrast to the gangly and unsure teenagers that had entered the portals of this academy 3 years ago. However, I must also hasten to add that whatever skills that you have acquired here are merely but the foundation of which you have to continue to build in the years to come, brick by brick, layer by layer. And in future, when this foundation helps you in becoming a good officer, do remember and acknowledge the staff here at NDA who helped hone you into the strapping young warriors that you stand here as today. Please note that I have used the phrase good officer and not a successful officer as being what you should aspire to be. There is a very nuanced but important difference between the two. You have to be a good officer to become a successful one. Remember to be your own guide in this endeavor and, more importantly, set your own standards along the way. At the very top of the traits that would make you a good officer, I would place your own professionalism and personal conduct. As you would have realized here, your subordinates are observing you all the time. And while doing so, they are also forming opinions. It would be incumbent upon each one of you as young military leaders that the opinions they form make your subordinates want to follow you into battle. In your professional journeys, you will no doubt undergo a series of courses as part of your professional military education. Let your hunger for knowledge not be satiated by these courses alone. Remain curious and inquisitive. Seek answers to the whys, the hows, and the whats that you will come across in the course of your careers. And this is where the habit of reading will set you apart from your peers. Set a daily target for yourselves, whether 5 pages or 50, seeking not as much to memorizing facts and figures as to developing an informed opinion. An informed opinion, coupled with the experiences that you will no doubt gain in the course of your careers, are what will empower you to take correct and prompt decisions. Do not, however, restrict yourselves to only professional reading or a particular genre. I can assure you that each book, magazine, and newspaper that you will read will contribute to making you a better, more informed, and eloquent person. As you now stand to transit to the cusp of being commissioned, remember that an agile mind has to be buttressed by a healthy and fit body. The physical regimes taught to you here must therefore remain a part of your daily lives. This imperative emerges from your future mandates, which will include leading your men up steep mountain slopes as high as 16,000 feet, lying in ambush for hours on end, regardless of the weather, spending grueling and energy-sapping hours in the narrow confines of an aircraft's cockpit, or maintaining long watches on a ship's bridge or engine room. Under no circumstances can you permit your physical inadequacies to fog your judgment, born as it may have been of sound professional knowledge. While leading your men, you must also display a deep sense of empathy, which in turn will help you understand your subordinates better. Never seek to broad brush them, because each one of them will have varying capabilities, limitations, and personal issues. Over and above this, they will come from varied regions, backgrounds, religions, castes, and creeds. It is by catering to these heterogeneous characteristics of your subordinate that you will have to evolve a unity in purpose and effort, homogenizing them into a single professional entity. Living by probity, truthfulness, and honesty in life will set you free from fear, doubt, and dishonor. These should remain the bywords in your personal conduct at work, on the sports field, as well as at home. Remember to always do the right thing in life, even if it is the harder right, as the NDA prayer exhorts us to do. Fortify yourselves to never shirk from doing the right thing in life. The easier wrong, on the other hand, is a cruel mistress that will dog you, mar your progress, and tarnish your reputations. Along the way, you will no doubt err and make mistakes, either because it was an error of judgment or you were faced with a situation that you were ill prepared for. Either way, it will behove you to accept your mistake and learn from it, even if by asking those placed under your command. Accept your mistakes without excuses, using them instead as opportunities for personal growth, ensuring that they are not repeated again. This humility will serve you well as professionals and, more importantly, as responsible grown-up individuals, besides also earning the respect of those you lead. Remember, there will be no holidays for military leaders and no off-working hours. Even the man in the street will expect you to behave in a manner that he thinks personifies an officer, whether you're on duty or not. And this is the path that you have chosen for yourselves. Here, I would like to read out the concluding stanza of Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. The context in which I have chosen to quote these lines is that the road that you have chosen for yourselves has indeed been very less traveled, and it is undoubtedly one that will make all the difference. Cadets of the 149th course, you will soon join the 40,000 odd cadets who have passed out from this haloed quarterdeck on which I now stand, to be forever known as ex-NDAs. It is a brand that will open many doors for you, but it's also a brand that you must strive to further build upon with your personal conduct and competence. The cadets of the passing out course have indeed earned this brand, which has seen each one of them toil in extremely adverse conditions, in the sun, in the rain, during the day, at night, persevering against odds when their very being would have streamed for them to raise their hand and give up. But none did. It is this newly forged inner steel, this newly found resilience, that should be your biggest takeaway from the National Defense Academy. Having personally witnessed a large portion of your labors here, I am confident that you will indeed do the National Defense Academy proud, as you will your units in future. I know each one of you is more than capable of touching the sky with glory. It is now for you to realize your potentials and live up to it. To do so will be the only honorable thing to do for you. For at the end of it all, it is all about honor, or izzat. Your own izzat, your parents' izzat, this academy's izzat, your unit's izzat. And most importantly of all, this flag. It is an onerous responsibility that each one of us must discharge to the best of our abilities. Nothing less is acceptable. For to be standing here, each one of you has been deemed to be capable enough to do so. I wish each and every cadet of the National Defence Academy all the best in their future endeavours. Do yourselves proud, not because you must, but solely because I know that each one of you can. Godspeed, blue skies, and happy landings to each one of you. Jai Hind.
Stop! Done! निशान टले! निशान को ले जाओ! निशान टले! मुदस्सर! Attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, as the president's colors are being carried off the parade ground, you are requested to rise, and those in uniform will salute at the word of command of the Academy Cadet Captain.
निशान को सलामी देगा सलाम शस्त्र
The President's Color Award is one of the highest honor that is bestowed upon any military unit. It is also known as Rashtrapati Ka Nishan in Hindi. A special flag known as Nishan is given to the unit as part of the award. The President's Color Award is a prestigious honor awarded by the President, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of India, to Armed Forces unit that has rendered exceptional service to the nation. While the practice of carrying colors into the battlefield has stopped, the tradition of receiving, holding, and parading the color continues even today in the armed forces.
अब कैडेट परेड की समाप्ति के लिए अपना अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। दीक्षांत समारोह का गौरव व गरिमा से पूर्ण अवसर कैडेटों के 3 वर्ष के कठिन परिश्रम का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण दिन है।
The cadets are now forming up in preparation for the culmination of the parade. The cadets of the passing out course will proceed towards the Antim Pug at the quarterdeck. The Antim Pug is marked at the quarterdeck, which symbolizes the passing out of the cadets of the 149 course. Later, when the band will play the lilting tune of Auld Lang Syne, which will take most of you down the memory lane, the junior cadets will go back to the quartermaster's fort away from you. And the cadets of the passing out course will march towards the quarterdeck.
Crossing the threshold of the quarterdeck enables them to join the galaxy of National Defense Academy alumni. This is a day of mixed sentiments. The joy of success and sorrow of separation stand as a testimony to the firm concepts of discipline and determination which molds them as young leaders.
The passing out parade is a moment of retrospection to see how discipline has shaped our young cadets. Discipline has always been the bedrock of training at the National Defense Academy. As old order changes yielding place to new, the discipline at the National Defense Academy has been given new directions without changing its basic fabric.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne? These lines are a fitting tribute to the days gone by of lifelong friendships and unbreakable bond between the cadets of the tri-services established at the National Defense Academy during their years of training. The cadets pass out of National Defense Academy for the second lap of their journey in different academies, but with a deep sense of connection between them developed at their alma mater.
The junior cadets are now marching back towards the quartermaster's fort, while the cadets of the 149 course march towards the quarterdeck. They will step on the quarterdeck, salute the national flag on the mast, and bid farewell to the academy, their home for the past 3 years.
If you look to the left and to the right of the quarterdeck, you'll see cadets manning the Jacob's ladders on the quarterdeck mast. These cadets belong to the first term of the academy. They'll cheer the cadets of the passing out course. There'll be a fly past to honor the success of the passing out course as the cadets approach the quarterdeck. We wish the cadets of the 149th course good fortune and glorious years of service to the nation in keeping up with the highest traditions of the academy and living up to its motto, service before self.
सच है, विपत्ति जब आती है, कायर को ही दहलाती है। सूरमा नहीं विचलित होते, शव एक नहीं धीरज खोते। विघ्नों को गले लगाते हैं, कांटों में राह बनाते हैं। शूलों को मूल नसाते हैं, बढ़ खुद विपत्ति पर छाते हैं।
आज 149 कोर्स के कैडेट्स इसी दृढ़ निश्चय व इन्हीं फौलादी इरादों के साथ जीवन के अगले पड़ाव की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं।
It is this discipline and loyalty that the nation is proud of in every warrior, which are painstakingly developed and ingrained here at the National Defense Academy.
The National Defense Academy stands for traditions, built over years of experience with excellence through training and hard work. Culture growing out of such traditions has molded every generation of cadets in a uniform pattern.
Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the solemnity of the occasion, we request you to remain seated while the passing out course cadets are in the process of taking formal leave of the academy. You are requested to leave the parade ground only after the reviewing officer and other senior dignitaries have departed. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstances, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Being an officer means, above all, being a leader of men. National Defense Academy is the ideal opportunity for young cadets to imbibe important aspects of leadership like courage, stamina, team spirit, physical fitness, mental toughness, and the will to win. This value system is very faithfully upheld by all the cadets of the academy. In fact, they tend to develop a motto which says, winning is not everything, it is the only thing.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, not lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while, you will witness 3 Su-30 aircrafts approaching the quarter deck in lightning formation.
And so we bid adieu to the 149th course, wishing them well in their journey ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, the Academy Cadet Adjutant and the Academy Cadet Captain are now approaching the quarter deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see 3 Su-30 aircrafts approaching the quarter deck.
The fragrance in the air of the National Defense Academy is enough to raise a storm of nostalgia in the minds of not only its alumni, but also those who've had a sojourn here. The passing out parade is thus not the end, but a beginning.